Hey there, comic book fans. I'm John Anderson, and I just watched episode 10 of The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Their Time Is Now special, and DC's Dawn of Justice TV special. And I have no words. Basically, I just spent the last couple minutes cleaning up the nerdgasm that I left all over my room. Yeah, take that for what it is. But clearly, I'm going to have a lot of videos coming out to you guys, a little more details at the ends of the video. But for now, I'm going to focus on The Flash episode 10. Now, if you haven't seen episode 10 of The Flash, keep in mind I'm going to be going through specific plot points. So here is your spoiler warning. And there it goes. So the episode opens up with this dream sequence where Zoom takes Patty away from Barry and he kills her. And he wakes up kind of in this sweat and this fear. And that reminded me a lot of Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, paralleling how Anakin keeps dreaming that Padme is dying and he's fearing for her life. I do feel that The Flash kind of did a better dream sequence because you had kind of this blurry, painful Padme thing that George Lucas, I guess, thought looked really cool. But either way, both very effective. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the villain, the Turtle. And I really like this villain. It was really cool to see a real adversary for the Flash, because you have such a juxtaposition on the Flash and his speed, and the Turtle with his ability to slow down time. I really like that dynamic, because I was like, that is the way you would beat the Flash, is take away his speed. But they kind of, and I quote Barry when he says, "I'm just going to run really fast." And that's how he beats him. He just runs faster. Now, in the past, we've seen Team Flash help Barry when first he creates or discovers that he can do a supersonic punch. He's fighting Girder back in season 1, but he's getting coached by Team Flash the whole time, so it's so much more powerful when he finally hits him. And then later on in season 1, when he first fights Gorilla Grodd, and he literally deflects his supersonic punch, and it takes Iris to give him that little push to keep Grodd out of his head. And this episode didn't really have that. It didn't have anything that pushed him, except that Barry was just like, I'm going to get Patty back because I want to get her. I felt like that it needed something. Like, the team should have pushed him a little bit more in a certain way. But still a pretty good villain overall. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is this Jay and Caitlin relationship. Now, I was really excited when Jay Eric was to come on The Flash, and I was like, all right, here we go. I really like this guy. And they had a nice relationship, and it was cute. I was like, all right, I buy into this. And then he kind of like putters out and like is like, oh, I'm useless, can't use my speed. Oh, I'm just wasting space here. And he kind of has been like a buzzkill for like a large part of season 2 now. And he continues to do that through this episode. But we finally get some sort of explanation to why he is feeling this way. And it's because he's dying. Like, he's got some sort of speed cancer that like he physically can't move, or I guess the lack of speed is killing him. Like I said, we don't know anything about what it is, but it was very clear to him that he's like, hey, the only way I fix this is if I get my speed back, and I don't know how to do that. So I'm assuming we'll see a lot more of Jake trying to get his speed back through the rest of this season. Now, we also have Patty, who kind of decides she's going to leave Central City to pursue her career that she never really wanted to do. And at first I was really turned off by that, because I was like, no, like Barry's finally going to tell you who he is, and they're going to make it work. But after reflecting on it a little bit, I realized that's actually the strongest thing her character can do, because they drop so many hints to her that Barry is the Flash, that if Patty doesn't know he's the Flash, then I would lose respect for that character because it's like so apparent. And I think she's making the sacrifice for their relationship, and I think it's because she does know he's the Flash and realizes that it can't work. Now, I want to get into a bit of a theory here about who Zoom might be. I gotta credit my friend Matt Fowler for bringing this up to me because it's kind of genius, and we were watching it together and I was like, how did I not think of that? And also, shout out to my friend Christian if you're watching. We were all three of us were watching it together. But we have this theory on to who Zoom is, and we think it's Wally West from Earth 2. Now, I think this season, not really this season, this episode really solidifies this theory because of what happens with the whole car race sequence. Now, not to mention that you have this kid who's really mad at his dad and just wants to support himself, kind of like a certain somebody named Johnny Storm from Fanforstic or Fantastic Four, whichever one you want to call it, where you got a racing black kid trying to do stuff on his own and really doesn't like his dad. Regardless, besides all of that, you have this race, and Wally wants to beat his opponent by going faster than him. Kind of like how Zoom wants to go faster than the Flash. And then, once he beats his opponent, he takes his car. Kind of like Zoom taking Barry's speed. So, take that what you will. Leave in the comments, who do you think Zoom is? I'm curious, because I've been going back and forth for the longest time, and to be honest, I couldn't tell you until today, where this theory kind of made the most sense to me. But if you have another theory, I'd love to hear it. Let me know down below. Now, the episode ends on a cliffhanger when the Reverse Flash comes back. Eobard Thawne, out of the blue. But in the promos, he's already captured, and he's like, oh, I'm not the worst thing. But the biggest speculation I could have to how he just comes back, I think it has a lot to do with Legends of Tomorrow, because they're going to be meddling with time travel a lot. And I guess they do something that triggers the Reverse Flash to come back. Which segues into my closing thoughts here. I'm definitely going to do like a recap video on everything you need to know about Legends of Tomorrow before the premiere on Thursday, based on the special that we watched tonight. So I'm going to do my own little spin on what I learned from that. And then I'm also going to do a review on the Suicide Squad trailer, which was awesome, by the way. So cool. After I finish this, I'm probably going to watch it about a dozen times. And then I'll give you guys my thoughts on it, along with the rest of that special. So, like always, guys, if you like this video, be sure to share and subscribe it. You can follow me on Facebook at John Ryan Anderson, on Instagram at Got Stage Fright, and remember, guys, comic books do deserve a second look.